Welcome to the spring season ESL Meisterschaft tournament. I'm going to have to get used to saying that one, but I'm here joined by Jason, who's just kind of giggling away.
I'm laughing at, wow, how loud I am in my headset, first of
Wow,
all.
yeah.
But how much shorter you are than me on the screen.
I'm actually a midget. I have vertical issues. However, that aside, we are getting ourselves ready for the second semi-final, which will be Killerfish up against Playing Ducks, and it's going to be good. So we do know the maps, I believe. We're starting off on Overpass, then Mirage, and if needed, Dust 2. So a nice little map pool. It's not just Dust 2, which I'm used to in the previous iterations of this. So I'm actually looking forward to it. And I'm not sure what to expect, because there's a lot of familiar faces here, isn't there? There
is, but actually, let's go hop straight into the game, because the pistol round's already started. We'll go over the names for you in just a few seconds. But it looks like Killerfish were able to win the knife round, able to win the fist round as well. And the side for Killerfish, we have Oscar, Tony, Robson, Tassin, and Ammo. And why don't you walk us through Playing Ducks?
Well, Playing Ducks, it's a team you'll probably know by now if you've seen the previous iterations of this tournament. However, under a different name, it's Tizian, Crisby, Kirby, Keeve, and KZY. So a couple of new additions to the somewhat veterans and kind of what we're used to seeing now. We're seeing that kind of mixed bag buy coming up from the T side, and they can do damage. They've invested into the armor, they do have the Tech 9s, and I'm curious to see how well this goes down now, because it looks like maybe heading over towards Long A, trying to maybe use those P250s that do have the viability at range to take away some of those MP7s, and maybe a FAMAS if they're lucky. However, Tassin will be waiting to receive, so getting himself set up in those toilets, just lurking around. The bomb is still on long. Nice work from Tizian, opening up with a good deagle. However, Oscar will be defending the site. Smoke comes down, and now he can readjust off the back of it. But all in all, the T-side making a good bit of impact play straight away. 1-for-1 exchange. Anything at this point is pretty solid. They are getting close to the side, Jason, and this looks like the push actually might start working. And look at that play coming out from the Tech 9 in the hands of KZY. Kirby chimes in, and this is the Tech 9 down to a T. Can cause so much damage.
And we saw Mike KPV only really successfully get rounds was with the Tech 9, as my English just seems to slur. But we have Tony, we have Ammo, P90, and the MP7 going to be charging upstairs, maybe looking for the man off to the right. This is going to be a tough retake, especially with this many people alive, but they get the first one. Kirby does go down. Now they have 3 men, 1 towards long, 2 towards bathrooms to worry about. Ammo going to charge straight into him, and he does get taken down by Crisby, and there's Crazy coming at Big 2, getting the kill onto Tony. And Playing Ducks, they pull it back after losing the pistol round. What a great job by them.
Brilliant job. That opening deagle was just sublime. However, it's kind of something we're getting a little used to, I guess, these days. You know, seeing the, let's say, the power of the Tech 9 and P250 with armor. However, now we're going to see it the other way around. The CZ, the other gun that had a lot of questions about it with a couple of others, a couple of 5.7s in there. But all in all, nice little bit of an aggressive push towards that underpass. But the T-side are taking their time, and it's the smart thing. They've invested into those rifles. They don't want to lose them too easy. Keith can have a little bit more room to kind of test around. He can get that information early. He's only got that Tech 9. And let's see if he can get something away here. There's 2 players, as we said, stacked in towards those toilets, and Oscar will be the first one. CZ at this range is a absolute monster, and once again proving true. But can Oscar follow up? Yes, he can. Perfect. Now 4v2, the 2 remaining do have rifles, but I'm not sure if they can hold on to them.
Yeah, 2 on 4, and the other team does have head armor, at least for Oscar. They do have body armor on the rest of the 2, though. Kirby does pick up the first kill on Tassin, but Tony responding quickly on a Crazy, and the bomb is now down nowhere near Kirby's hands. And this is going to be very difficult to come back from. He's got 1 man off towards Party. He's got 1 man off towards Toilets. Even 1 flanking from behind. Kirby, hate to say it, but I think your time is running out as Ammo does come in from the backside. Going to go for the knife. Oh, he's not going for the knife. He's actually just going to charge straight in. And there we go. Kirby picking up 1, but he can't get the second. And Killerfish, it seems just back-to-back, not back-to-back rounds, but back
and forth?
Fourth round. That's what I was looking for. Back and forth rounds.
I got your back.
Yeah, between these 2 teams.
But this is the power of those pistols. It's becoming such a huge thing. I don't think I need to say it too often, but the Tech 9, the CZ, and this map, you can create those beautiful, very close-range exchanges that we saw with those 2 players pushing up towards the toilets and just dominating them. However, look at this. It's like a Carrigan mix-up here. He's going to be sticking with a bit of the SMG play. MP7 in hand, a little bit of a boost, but nothing to be found. T-side, like going long. They leave Kirby kind of just wherever he wants to play, kind of keeping their attention towards that B-side. However, the play towards long is coming in.
It is, and Oscar and tossing him the 2 at the A side to defend against us. Just going to sit back, chill. They have a lot of time to work with still. Not in a hurry to actually challenge them out and lose these guns that they fought so hard over in that last round. But Playing Ducks are slowly making their way through him. They do have, 3 smokes to work with, 2 flashes, so they could ideally smoke off this A site and get that bomb down if they do want to go for it. But they still have to worry about these early picks, and when you have Tassin over towards Bank, you have Oscar back towards Truck with the AK. This is going to be tough, but it is doable. Like I said before, Keeve, he does have those flashes to open up a peek, but he's actually pushing towards long. And that might buy a little bit of time to allow Killerfish to rotate in.
Right, first one does come in. That's Kirby, who was lurking around, but nice play from Tarsin. Finds himself at least one. He spotted out the other, expects the push from Keith, and he takes him down. That was so beautifully done from Tarsin, leaving just Tizian alive, and that was just really well dealt with. All in all, Ammo will clean up, but that was just nicely played, just predicting where that final player would be pushing through from long. And now 3-1, Killerfish have kind of pushed away what the T-side was able to achieve with those Tech 9s by stopping that early turnaround. So now T-side with only 2k, they could maybe go for something with the Tech 9, but just opting for 1 P250, very clean eco here. Maybe try and get a couple of guns or just rush for the bomb plant, try and do a little bit of damage, and still sticking with the MP7. You can see how strong this is. And obviously against a team who literally have no armor, it's perfect. He can do a lot of damage with it. But look at this. Aggressive play from Tarsin, reading the situation well. Just going to be padding it out. Playing a little bit cautiously now. He's going to be overwhelmed here. He could lose this. Little quick reload comes out, dealing with them so perfectly. And, well, one man coming in to save the day, hopefully, around the back. Kirby did get the knife, but it doesn't matter. Losing out on one man who did pick up 3 kills, he'll kind of negate losing out on that weapon, and he'll be able to comfortably buy it back up. So 4-1, Killerfish, the team people at home who are supporting, are seeming to step into that role. And I'm quite glad to see someone like this stepping in, because we've seen the likes of Tizzy and Crisby, Kirby, all these boys doing really well in the past. It's nice to see another team being able to challenge them.
Yeah, and I mean, Killerfish, they had a pretty easy ride here in their group, Group B. They got a 16-3 win over MyKPV on Inferno. They got a 69 win over Penta on Cash. Definitely a strong team, and definitely being one of those teams that can challenge, the best in the German region. But Playing Ducks, they still have a lot to show. They have, like I said before, so many great players, so many long-time players on their team.
Yep.
You just really want to see them, step up. Maybe it's just that one man they're looking for. Maybe it's the calls. I don't know exactly what it is, but they definitely have a lot of potential. They just need to tap into it.
Look at this play, going aggressive, trying to get that early information. The 1-for-1 exchange will give away 2 players' positions from the T side, but I'm not sure if that was worth it in the end when they've only got 3 remaining. Make it 2 as Kiev patiently waited for that shot towards Tony after seeing the smoke and Molly coming out earlier. But will he expect another? Robson just round the corner, doesn't get the shot, goes down. But nothing gained here, really. They need to follow it up, and Robson stops them again. They could have made a play out of this now 2v2. The game is up, 45 seconds, and it's just ammo remaining.
Oh, that was such a good try by Kirby right there. But Amma now trying to hold on from water. He's going to push straight through by the smoke, and he's going to be on back of Toxic. He's got 2 men in sight. And he's making a lot of noise. Maybe not expect him to walk through, but unfortunately he does go down. And, Kirby, he tried to go for the trade kill onto Robson as he was over towards Sewers. Tried to charge straight in, but the flashbang came in, it blinded him up, and he guess he didn't expect Robson to re-peek that. Hell, I wouldn't have expected that either. We would think he would just fall back to sight and just relax and just try to hold on to it, but being aggressive, unfortunately not to net him the round. But 4-2, Playing Ducks do come back in the last round.
And I love this aggression coming out from Killerfish. They keep pushing occasional players up to positions that just get them that information saying, okay, they're not here just yet. Okay, they're playing slowly. And the T side, they've been taking control along consistently. But this time, Ammo, one of those players who did push up a little earlier on, does actually come up with the good. So taking down Kirby early on, leaving just 4 left. The T side need a pick now. They need to even this up, but no one's going to give them that. Look at Long. No one's even near it. The closest player was Ammo and maybe Tarsin, but they're playing so passive towards sight after just that small aggressive play because they knew that it was completely clear. They can now readjust and get themselves back to a more standardized spot. And really, Playing Ducks need to start picking their game up here, to be completely honest. They're giving away a lot of early picks. Tarsin knows there's now an AWP on Long, going to sit back a little deeper, chuck out the smoke, buy time. And I think he's got backup on site as well. He does. 3 players here now. Robson, Oscar, all helping him out. So that's a massive crossfire to try and overcome.
I do leave 2 men towards B, but Robson on the back of truck, that's such a tough spot to do anything about if you're on the other side for the T side for Playing Ducks. Well, let's see. They have a couple of smokes, they have a couple of flashes, and a couple of nades, so they could work this one. They definitely have the aim to make it happen, and with 25 seconds left to go, you would assume that they're going to get the bomb down at the least. It's just about smoking out the right spots and getting it in there.
Well, let's find out. Watching Tarsin how Robson did find one pushing in. Tarsin just spraying wildly through the smoke. Not going to get anything yet. Flash comes out. Robson goes down. Oscar wasn't far away, though, but Tarsin there. Peeks around, pushes in. Oscar gets the tag, not the frag. Now it's all onto Tarsin to pick up Crisby, but his teammate came in, Ammo, and it will be the site retaken successfully. And great play between Ammo and Tarsin. Robson getting 1, and that was just really nicely played. That 3-man stack paid off very well towards that site, and I liked Ammo's earlier aggression. It's now allowed him to get an AWP in his hands. Pretty good, drop that off to his teammate, and Tony will pick it up. So all in all, Killerfish have just got that pace, you know what I mean? That real nice smooth pace to it, where they can literally go a little bit aggressive every now and then. I wonder who's going to do it. I wonder if it's Ammo again or...
Well,
see, again, look at this. They're happy to gain control of this because they know how slowly the T-side are playing.
It's like a nice team effort because when these two men, like in the last round, pushed up towards here, they had people towards B push out a little bit too, just to kind of get some sort of control. So if it did go south for them over towards this drop down, that they could rotate back towards A or towards B if they needed. To have that safe passage out. They don't have that one man being super aggressive. They just kind of do it as a team. But it looks like Playducks are picking up the pace a little bit. They're pushing towards long relatively quickly. And Crisby has snuck his way in towards bathrooms, might catch out Tossin, and he will actually fall from that one.
But it's a fake. Look where the bomb is. And no one's falling for it just yet. Robson's still waiting this out. Just getting himself propped up there with a perfect peak when they actually commit. And no one over-rotated. Ammo's going a little aggressive, but we know he likes to do this, and they've pretty much got them completely surrounded here. Robson will be on the receiving end of 3. He doesn't get one here, and that's going to kick Ammo into gear. He's going to push forward. He's got them all lined up, and it's a bloodbath, and it's an easy, easy round for Ammo. I think he might have spotted the legs of one, but his teammate will pick it up in the end. Tarsin comes through, and Killerfish just showing that they can really control this map, and the T-side are being kind of pushed and pulled wherever the CTs want to go, and looking in on that scoreboard, Tarsin, great play, Ammo as well. Both these two players really coming into their own. But to be fair, everyone else just needs to sit back and do their thing. They're completely fine. This is a really nice performance from Killerfish. They look so much more adept to this map than their opponents playing Ducks.
And I feel like the way that Killerfish are playing, like the rest of the team besides Ammo and Tossin, are allowing those two to really step up and be huge for the team. Tizian charging straight to smoke, gets the kill on Alma, not really expecting the push to come in.
That flash was perfect as well. The two are blind around the back. They can really get control here.
And there's 2 men still left into sight. Tony gonna be rotating and Robson in the back, just trying to Molotov off, just trying to hold them off for a little bit of time so he can get some kills. And he gets one, the bomb does get planted. Look for a second, he does get Crisby down to just a sliver of HP on 3 health. And now an after-plant situation, Robson looking for the charge back in towards sight. He could charge straight actually towards long if he wants to. He knows there's a man off to the left, one man towards the right, and Kev does get the kill.
Yeah, nicely done on the retake here from Killerfish again. Oscar is completely flashed though, and now Tony has to step up. He does. Gets in there. In all that maelstrom, he got the kill in the end onto Crisby and took them down. And I love the play coming around through those smokes. Tarsin again, big, beautiful play coming out from that man. Just perfectly placed himself around the smokes, waiting for the T's to try and adjust into a better spot for just holding off that retake. And he just played it cool, calm, and collected. And I love that. So 7-2 now. The scoreline drastically sitting in Killerfish's hands. You could argue this is still quite, a nice map for a CT team once they get that flow going, get those initial pistol round threats out of the way, should I say. But still, you want more than this. And well, let's see what Playing Ducks can pull out, because they need to start building up at least something here. One flash being set up from Crisby, I believe. Nice little flash on towards side. It did do well last time. The turn comes out from Playing Ducks, and they're going to make their push.
Charges straight in. Tizian gets 1. Tizian gets 2, and Kirby will fall as Oscar off to the side towards Toxic picks up 3 kills. Looking for number 4 is Keeve. Just trying to bide a little bit of time, but he will fall. Oscar picking up a quad kill.
And I love the way Keeve was completely lost in that smoke for a second. He knew that Oscar was around him somewhere near Toxic, but he just couldn't, gain his bearings almost.
The worst is when you come out of the smoke and you realize you're looking at the ground or looking in the sky.
Exactly. When you're kind of like, what's it called when you're trying to use your mouse perfectly when you're trying to predict where they're going to be. I can't remember the phrase because I'm an idiot. But mouse placement is just completely off. It throws you off completely.
Maybe he lifted his mouse up. I mean, that's what it was.
Wow, the memes, man. But still, anyway, this, that was a bullying start. Maybe Killerfish not expecting the Tech-9 buy-up here, because they've just kind of swarmed a little, but it's gotten Crisby and KZY a gun or 2, and Crisby gets down 2. They can still work this. They don't have armor, but they've got a massive set of, equipment to work with here. We've got a full gun on Crisby. He's got a molly and a flash. KZY or Crazy does have the AWP, so Tech-9 as well to boot if he fancies it. And they can really build something out of this. 1 minute left. And look at where the players are. They don't want to overcommit to either side because there's so much room for adaptation. We've got Tarsin locked down this map. And he's been playing around Bank the whole time. I'm sure they'll keep that in mind. But Oscar, he's been roaming a little himself. He's kind of turned into ammo almost at this point. So who knows where he's going to be. And the T side, very cautious. Maybe expecting someone else to be pushed up, wanting to clear carefully where they go. But Crazy opting... there we go. I thought he was going to opt for the Tech-9 over the AWP. But let's see if they spot out Tarsin. They know he's still up. He's consistently been in this spot. Will they check it?
They have a smoke.
Question. Exactly. They've got utility to work with here. But 20 seconds, they have to make a move.
I wonder if they're going to smoke off Bank and maybe push in towards side, just go for the safe plant. But they don't maybe know exactly where he is. Crisby might just come around the corner and actually spot him out. It's going to come down to, has a quicker reaction time. And with the nade out, Tossing goes down. Crisby picks up 3 so far in this round, and he has almost single-handedly won this first team.
Perfectly done then. But Oscar, on the retake, he does have armor. He's got 2 flashes, a nade, and a diffuse kit, but it doesn't matter. Crazy locks him down with the AWP, and that was just so well done with those Tech 9s. Crisby picking up the 2 earlier into the round was massive. Yeah. Catching that rotate, denying them, and then just working off the back of that. Really well played out in the end by Playing Ducks. However, they only seem to get these rounds with those Tech 9s. Have we seen them win a gun round yet? I'm not too sure. I may be wrong. So, no. I'm not too sure. But I remember at least 2 of them were with the Tech 9. I'm not sure about the 3rd. So we'll see what they can do this time. It looks like they're speeding things up here. They want to go for a more aggressive play, maybe catch him out a little more. Tony this time taking Oscar's spot up by Toxic, but Robson not too far away either.
This is the same thing that we were pointing out in the last game with Demon and I.
Look at this. Look at this. Will they expect it? At least they got him down that time. So maybe they got a chance into this round.
Well, that flash again. Nice little pop out of Tony, but Kiev does get the kill. Ammo look in the wrong direction. Everyone he seemed to go to just dies. And Dawson just going to save the M4, try to keep it for that next round. But I was trying to say that, you know, the Mouse Sports, sorry, in my KBV game that Lee and I were cast team, the rounds that my KPV were able to win were because of the Tech 9s and the quick play. Like when they use the rifles, they put it a little bit too slow, and the other Mouse Sports that at that time were able to get the better of them. And it seems like Plain Ducks, that's been their really key to victory for the past 3 rounds, but it looks like this one's able to pick up a win just with guns alone, or regular guns.
Yeah, I really like that speed up. However, I want to see what happens to Killerfish when they make their responsive move, aka slowing down a little, because they've been fairly aggressive, peeking that kind of, let's say, one of the tunnels in towards B, whether it be Oscar, whether it be Tony, or any of those players like to occasionally push up and get that aggression going. I wonder what happens when they play a little bit more passive, because I think that round obviously going to put them onto a bit of a predicament money-wise. They can't really respond to now. However, they can probably leave Tarsin on one of the sites and just stack the other, maybe go aggressive. They like to do that, but in the next gun round, I really want to see how they now respond to this aggressive play that Plain Ducks have been pulling out, speeding things up. But true to trend, this should, in theory, be Killerfish's round if we're going to kind of go to that term, that any team that seems to be on the eco has been picking these up, which is slightly insane. But still, look at this play. Nicely done by Tony, trying to take some control into the map. And the rest of the team doing something similar. But the T side, aware of the money system, slowing themselves down, just waiting to see if there's a push happening. And that's just going to take them a little bit of time. 1 minute still on the board, 1 minute 15. So they don't need to rush too much here. They can still just kind of be cautious, be very careful, and be clinical with the way they want to go. But on the other flip side of the coin,
when they play slow,
yeah, they're not doing so well with it. So we'll have to wait and see. Killerfish clearly think that it may be a B. They put Tars in here, so maybe expecting that sped up play again to come into effect, or maybe a slower iteration of it. But look at this. T-side are actually edging up long. 3 players here with the bomb, 2 towards B, but here we go. Ammo's going hunting. He's going to spot out 1. Doesn't matter. He got down Crisby somehow, but he's only spotted 1. Surely they know now that there's going to be something else coming on the other side. Where's Robson going to adjust to? Just going to play background by Bank.
Look at Tony, though. Tony's actually could flank behind them. He's trying to check towards Fountain to see if anyone's back there, but they know the hit's coming towards A, and Robson looking for a couple of kills, gets some good damage in, and it could allow Oscar and Tony to come up big, but Crazy going for the flank. Oscar rotating back towards door. And we'll be coming up the stairs very shortly where Crazy will be waiting for him. They do have a gun in the hands of Oscar. Is he going to try to save it, or is he actually committing to this? As Tony pushes in towards long, gets the dink off, but waits for the second. He gets a kill on Kirby. He's looking for the kill now on the Kiev, and he's just 1 shot away. He can't seem to hit. He's going for the knife, and he can't get the kill. The no-scope comes in, but in the meantime, Oscar picks up 2, and he's going to back away. He doesn't have the time.
Exactly that. No defuse kit, nothing to really work with there. He's going to back out. He may be able to take a gun away from Kiev. I'm not sure he's going to try and place himself on long, or if he doesn't even want to risk that much. So there. He's going to get as back away as possible, far away from this one. And looking at the money, you can see why it's comfortable for them to maybe keep that one there. Not worth risking losing out on it. So it will mean that they can get at least a good buy up here. Maybe not everything they'd want. Maybe not all the smokes and flashes. But at least Oscar can then provide a little bit more utility into this round with his. He's got that full set. So they need him to be on point in this one. And he's been doing well so far, 11-5. So, big round here. Now I want to see how Killerfish respond. Now they're on a bye. Will it be that sped up B play again coming out from Player Nux? It looks like it. And this is going to be a big testing point. Will these guys play a little bit more passive, or will they fall into the same trap again?
Oh, Robson getting the back of sight. Oh, he does have a nice position if he can pull off a couple of kills. The flash comes in, blinds him out completely. And look at them, all of them completely white. Ammo gets 1 kill, looking for that second. On to Crisby, he gets it. Crisby, though, in the meantime, has shut down Robson.
Who's round the back.
Oh, Tony. Is he going to be able to make this one work, though? He's going to walk through the smoke. He actually has Kev turn around, but only gets one kill. Crazy, able to respawn in time. And the smoke will cut off Tossin from that top side and should allow the bomb to get planted in. But they're backing away. Plain Ducks, they're not committing to it. They realize they have a 2-on-1 situation. This should be their round. And they don't want to give another round over to Killerfish.
This is going to be interesting. I think they're faking out the rotate almost. They're just going to try and give away a little bit of time. But surely Tarsin's kind of trying to hedge his bets here. He's peeking mid. He's making sure they can't cut through connector. So he's playing this right. I just hope he kind of sticks to this. He's got the right idea in mind, and he might be able to position himself so well because they probably weren't expecting here. So this could be great.
No.
Tarsin. Oh, well, the jig is up. He almost had that one in the bag now. Down to 6 HP. Surely this should be impossible. One grenade will take him out of this, but bomb is down. Tizian goes hunting and will be dealing with Tarsin easily. However, if he'd held his nerve, maybe 5 seconds longer, that could have been his round. However, let's look at it this way. 8-6, Plain Ducks are starting to find their feet. They're firmly back into this one. After a couple of rounds of those Tech 9s, look how close the score is.
I thought you were going to make a joke about like webbed feet or something. But then I realized that's something I would do.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, Jason.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right, Kiev does have the op yet again. We haven't seen an op come out of Killerfish in quite a long time. Tony was the man to pick it up prior, but they just haven't had the money. They haven't had the economy to support that. And they've gone for a 4-man stack over towards B. And 1 man towards long, tossing and a peeker on the core with the ump. And he's not going to get anything off of that. Crazy will shut him down. And now the rest of the team knows for Killerfish, most likely going to be this A hit. But again, Plain Ducks slowing things down. Last round of this first half. And with Tony and Alma rotating in from stairs, they able to secure 1 kill towards birthday party. But will they expect the second in bathroom?
I'm going to find out very soon. They're just around the back of them. They may have almost over-rotated, but no, Ammo locks down Crisby, and now hunting for more. He's going to be met by KZY, but nothing to be found from this. It's just building up bodies. And now Oscar, last man alive again. He's in the right site, in the right place, but a little frustrated there. Peeks out. Nice shot towards Kiev. Lets the bomb. He gets it, but not enough. Kirby denies. And a very, very strong performance in the end from Playing Ducks. You okay, Jason?
Oh, great.
Just a little sniffles, you know?
Yeah. Well, 8-7. I mean, considering how that round, that whole half started off, you can see there on your screen on the scoreboard. I mean, it was 4-1 in favor of Killerfish. Then it went 4-2 and then 8-2. And they came back 5 rounds straight. That's not easy to do.
No, it's really not, and it kind of lends favor to how good Playing Ducks are when they kind of find the right thing to do, okay? So they were seemingly testing the waters for so many rounds. They finally found their footing, and it was just so impressive in the end that Playing Ducks were able to speed things up. It was just that fast hit towards B just seemed to help them out massively by speeding up that little bit, punishing that little bit of confidence. Perfect. Anyway, this is a best of 3, bearing in mind, this is map 1. As I said before, let me just run you through the maps in case you weren't here at the start. Obviously, we are on Overpass to begin with, while these guys ready up. Second map will be Mirage, and third, if required, will be Dust 2. And whoever wins this goes through to the finals to face Mouse Sports. And so far, you know, you got to cast Mouse Sports at the start. What do we make of these two in comparison? Do you think they can get close? Because Mouse Sports look very dominant this season.
I think it's tough to compare Playing Ducks up against my KPV. But one thing we can talk about is just how well Mouse Sports has been playing in general. You look back at ESCA, and they performed really damn well against North American and European teams. And they seem to be on this nice little high off the back of Gob B, who's been a really great addition to their team, a really good strat caller for them. And they seem to have one of the strongest lineups that they've had in honestly, quite a long time, since Katowice in 2014 when they participated. And unfortunately didn't make it out of groups. But as we kick off the second half, Killerfish on the T side, Tizian going to open things up onto Tossin. But look at this 4-man stack towards long as they do rotate back towards restrooms. Are they gonna change things up and go for a B hit?
The wrap around the world. Let's see if they keep this going. The train isn't stopping anytime soon. And, well, they got a little bit of information here. The CT side know what's up, but straight through the smoke we go. Did Oscar
his
just
gun was, I think his hands were blocking it and he couldn't see it.
Oh, Oscar, doesn't matter. Finds Kirby perfectly, but spots out Tizian now. Oh, Oscar! Insane play coming through. Ammo finds KZY, and this has been cracked open by perfect play with that Glock coming out. And now 2 men need to retake. Perfect start from Crisby, but still 3 more to go. Surely this cannot happen.
Well, certainly going to try for Crisby. He's now in a 1-on-3, and he's going to have 1 man come from the backside. Gets the kill on Alma now, a 1-on-2. He has a kit, so it is possible to pull this off. It's going to take a lot of work, though. He's got 1 man off towards short. He will fall. Robson will get the kill, and that will be Killerfish picking up the pistol. And, you know, you look at that round, and you wonder why Tizian charged straight towards short through the smoke, but it was kind of like a the worst case scenario. Like, he was being pushed in from long, and he's being pushed from short. So why not be sneaky, maybe get through that smoke and get behind him and pick up a couple of kills? Or you're going to die from long anyways. But unfortunately for him, doesn't work out. Oscar coming out big with those 2 kills. Definitely cracking the side open. And Killerfish, well, they have the pistol round. They have the lead, 9-7. And they're looking to take the first map victory. Oh, that nade. Nothing.
But Tony can still make so much money out of this one. Flashed in. Didn't really work out for the CTs there, and now they're kind of being surrounded on all fronts. Tony knows what's up, but the aim not really supporting it, but here comes the fold. Crispy already takes down ammo. This isn't pretty, and it's not working out at all. The T side are being ripped to shreds. This has gone from bad to worse from them now. Now Oscar, pinned in, does finally break through by taking down Crispy, but 3v3, this isn't over just yet. They're so damaged. Tizian can literally take down Oscar with 1 hit. Keev's got an AK, and KZY's still got armor and a 5-7. There's a lot of damage on the board here for the CTs.
I feel like Robson and Ammo just like delivered them guns for free.
I think, do they know where the bomb is? I'm pretty sure Keev might have spotted that bomb out.
Well, doesn't matter if he did now, as Tony does take him down, but Crazy respawns with that still 13 HP. He's going to walk straight into a trap. Tossing gets the kill. And Tizian in a 1-on-2. He has the deagle. He has head armor. I very well think he could do this. If only had information, I guess, of where the bomb was or where the last 2 were going, make things a little bit easier. But it will be a hit over towards A. He's in the prime position for this. He hears him coming in, and he's going to have the first peek. He has the possibility. He's going to go for the guy towards restrooms. Oh, no, he doesn't look at him. He's looking the wrong direction. He turns around and gets the kill. He's got 1 more to worry about, and where is he? Where is Oscar? He's off to his left towards long. He's been able to make his way towards there, and Tizian doesn't know. Fantastic try to Tizian, but unfortunately not good enough, and Killerfish do secure another round. But with how that round started, you almost would have thought Plain Ducks should have been able to pick that up.
Almost. You had faith in, didn't you? It was like... You could see it kind of panning out when he ignored the bomb plant. He knew it'd be in place. He tried to pick up the guy covering it. He'd got himself in a real sneaky spot, but it just didn't pay out in the end. The kind of rotation or like the repositioning from Oscar then to watch the push back across, really nicely done. However, the CT side now, 5-7s, no armor, and a couple of P250s. Words are hard today. But still, I don't think they'll be able to achieve as much damage this time. Maybe pick up 1 or 2 if they're very lucky. But in theory, this should be shooting fish in a barrel for the T side. They should be able to deal with this very comfortably.
Sorry, I thought you were going to say like a Killerfish, shooting Killerfish in a barrel, but... anyways, that last round just, it made me think of the whole, when you're matchmaking and one person goes off by himself and dies and loses their gun, and you immediately think, all right, well, we're going to lose this round when they're on the eco on the other side. But there we go, 2 quick kills coming in. Able to pick up an AK for Tizian. And the bomb will be planted over towards A. So again, the possibility is there. They do not have a kit. They don't even have armor. I would imagine that Tizian will just be saving his gun while letting the rest of his team try to go for this.
Nicely controlled by Tarsin. Just taking down 2. And as you said, Tizian not really wanting to go for it. Saving his gun. And looking at the money, it makes sense. He can get himself fully bought up next round if he wants to. As long as he doesn't get caught. I don't think they can even get close to him. And they don't want to challenge either. Just checking closely if he's around. But Tizian nicely will get himself an AK at least going forward. And certainly what they need, this is a lot cleaner in theory than the first pistol, I guess. It's kind of gone the way it should. More classically. However, 11-7 is still certainly in Killerfish's boat to kind of take this one through. They're still leading the pace here, and they're showing that they can compete on the T side, which kind of stumped Playing Ducks for a while. They finally found their groove a little later into it. But now they have to step up big. This is the time. This is the first big gun round coming in. It kind of got put off a little bit because of that investment in those Tech 9s and armor. But once again, this real aggression coming through. Oh, good information gathered by Keev there. I think he spotted at least 2, and he's actually going to go for this. This is confident play. Oh, he doesn't get the opening shot. This could be a disaster. Nice work with the reprise. Oh, beautiful from Keev there. Just coming up big. Confidence aplenty. Being chased down by Oscar. It doesn't matter. He's got away. He's done the damage, and the T side are down to 2, and he's not done yet.
He gets a 3rd, too. Just retreating back towards restrooms. Even Tony too scared to peek across this corner. And to get the bomb would still be a little bit difficult. But it looks like no one's watching it for now. I don't think they saw the bomb necessarily. Maybe Keev did see it when he peeked up for those 2 quick kills. But Tony in a 1-on-5. And I don't really see him picking this up. He's got the AK, so he at least has something to work with. But you know Keev's pumped up. And that's going to be a scary thing. When you're confident on an op, the game becomes really hard for the other team.
That peak alone was so aggressive from him, and so he needed to be confident. After missing that first shot, I thought he should have backed, but he stayed it out. You can see he got pretty low, but in the end, pulling it through. However, Tony sneaking up a little. There's a player just off to the left here. Ooh, he does find one, but taking guns away is always Always good, but it's going to be Crisby waiting for that push out, deals with him in the end. But that round was all about Keith. Keith from start to finish, he made that happen. The aggressive peak, the confidence paying off, and then paying dividend, and then some. So 11-8, Playing Ducks picking up the first gun round in the second half, kind of throwing things off kilter. And now look at it, 2 Tech 9s, a couple of AKs. Now, I discussed this with a couple of players back in Katowice, you know, some of them opting actually for the Tech 9 over a shoddy buy with an AK or a Galil, just because they feel confident that they can easily maybe take one away from a confident player, a gun away from maybe someone like Crisby, and then you kind of get a more flush set to work with. So maybe they're looking for that, maybe just trying to buy up what they can and work with what they've got left, because they did at least, you know, get away with something. So 11-8, let's see if they can pick something up here.
Well, a really aggressive running gun out of Playing Ducks is one of the things that netted them their first couple of rounds. So maybe Killerfish taking a play out of their book and Tossin just waiting to rush straight in towards this A site. They do have 3 smokes to work with, so they can smoke up the site completely. But it looks like maybe a little bit of a miss smoke over towards long. But either way, Tossin now blinded up. Kiev just backing away crazy their support. And Oscar able to open up on a Kiev. They're looking to push into sight now. They have 2 men there still left to worry about. 1 torch truck. They do get the dink, and Crisby's going to fall to Oscar, who's coming up huge yet again, picking up 2. He won't get a 3rd for now as Crazy does shut him down, but the bomb will certainly will get planted. And now a 3-on-3 with Robson with 6 HP, and the Playing Ducks knocking on the front door. Let's see if they can pull this off. Tizian and Kirby trying to do something about this. Kirby gets 1. Kirby gets 2 as ammo does fall. And the last 2 remaining men are on a total of 10 HP combined, but they have the bomb planted for them. They have the opportunity to hold this. But Tossin's going to come up to him if they go for that defuse. He's going to peek on the corner. He gets taken down by Kirby again, who's able to pick up his 3rd. And a Robson in a 1-on-2. He falls as well to Tizian. And somehow Playing Ducks come back from that one, taking us to 11-9.
It was so close, and it was so unfortunate those 2 players on the Tech 9s were unable to get a gun in their hands by that point. They were still down on that. Maybe if one of those players at the end who did have the Tech 9 maybe picked up an AK or a Galil, they could have made that little peek shot, the little shoulder peek shot, because it was planted for them. But not going to happen this time, and we'll be seeing a Tech 9 and a CZ for Oscar. But it is going to be a kind of forced up weird eco here.
Since when do people use CZs on T side? It's been a while since I've seen that actually. Running straight through the fire, going straight towards long, looking for a quick hit.
And well, they found one. That's the perfect control we saw being
Oscar
shown through at just the previous tournament. So many teams showing how good they can be with those CZs, and the control is unbelievable. Now 2v2, Ammo and Tony, the last 2 alive for the T side. They've done so much work, and this play could be massive. The bomb is down with Ammo. He's still making noise, keeping their attention there. But will they expect Tony? Tony does have armor. He's just pushed up. He's going to wait. He's going to try and spot out the other member. Doesn't get a glimpse, but he gets the knife. And now 1v1, full HP, good armor. He's got a flash to work with and 50 seconds. Crisby is not by the bomb just yet, but he roughly knows where it is, I can imagine.
Yeah, he just killed Emma there from that spot.
So now Tony, super cautious. You can see him kind of thinking, where would he be? Where would he position himself? Doesn't spot him on the long way towards B.
Is he going to rotate A?
He's at least going to fake it out. Crisby going to take the peek. Dangerous exchange. Tony gets the knife out on Crisby. The chase is on. But the question is, where does Tony go? He can still adjust around. He can still make a play. But 20 seconds left. He's going to have to make his mind up. And the bomb will be going down on A. And now 1v1. This is huge.
Crisby push up towards stairs. He gets the spot onto Tony. But Tony just jumping to see where he's going. And he gets his head completely blown off. Crisby, again, coming up huge. Kills the bomb twice. And does get the defuse in. Crisby leading his team, at least on score, with 15 kills and 15 deaths. Keeping Playing Ducks' hopes alive. 11-10. This game is becoming so damn close. And I think we've seen almost more rounds in this game alone than we saw just between Mouse Sports and MyKPV.
But we are finally also seeing an AWP in the hands of Tony. That's something we haven't seen for a little while. I'm going to stay on board with him, see what he kind of brings to this, because Keith had that AWP initially, and I think the first purchase, the first gun round on the CT side for Playing Ducks, and I want to see if Tony can kind of pull off something not necessarily similar, but to the same sort of level. Because look at Keith, again, sheer aggression, sheer confidence, but nothing to be worked out this time. This is him backing off. This is him paying a little bit more respect and kind of being like, okay, maybe I don't want to lose this one. It's getting a little bit close. We want to bring it back even. And let's see where Killerfish work towards. Ladders can be difficult. It's okay, Tony. We saw, buddy. But look at this spot. Is anyone there to flash him in? No, he's just waiting for the peak. That's kind of nice. I like spots like this, just slightly off the standard aiming level. I kind of like it. It's always nice. And you get that vertical advantage to shoot down towards the headbox level, which is always nice. Or head hitbox. But still, my enjoyment aside, It is a slow push towards A, and a glimpse is all Kyiv needs right now. Robson will go down. However, a quick 1-for-1 exchange, and Tony now starts looking for more. Tarsin got the first. Can he follow up now? Push towards side begins. KZY is there. Ammo stops in his tracks, and look at that play from Oscar, just walking in perfectly. Crispy just lining up for him, and the two remaining players. Well, Kirby's in a good spot, and look where that bomb is. I really hope he just spotted that.
I don't think he did.
Oh my god, that whole round could have been his if only he'd spotted it, and he will now. He's gonna know what's up. He's gonna flash it out, back away, and now he can call to his team and saying, guys, the bomb is down. They don't have it in hand, but Tizian now in such a bad position.
Can hear him yelling Shiza when he walked around there as he saw the bomb, but unfortunately for him, Tizian will fall as well. And like you said, that could have been a completely different round if he just knew the bomb was down and could have played around it. But I want to give credit to Ammo, because he charged straight in towards site, straight towards drop down, and that really threw off the people playing long because they looked directly towards him, which allowed the rest of the team of Killerfish to rotate straight through long and pick up clean, easy kills. And they do net the round in the end. And that could have been a lot more difficult. Unfortunately, that bomb was spotted.
I think Tarsin just got knifed as well to start this round off. He's already down to 70 HP, so yeah, I think someone accidentally left-clicked on him, but we'll see. Anyway, speaking of that, look at this play from KZY, straight out, not giving a care in the world. Gonna find Ammo very early on. Didn't get the gun away, however, but still, big impact play to start this one off. Only pistols as well, bearing in mind. If they get anything else away from them, it'll be perfect. Not going to be the case. Robson locking it down nice and comfortably. Kyiv going to fall as well, and this is the more classic style of a team being on an eco, not being able to do too much damage.
Oof.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
There we go. Yeah, Crispy got Robson down to 1 health, or Tossin down to 8 HP. Either way, that will be 1 death for Killerfish, and the economy is starting to build up. They only have a decent one starting to go for them. Their bankroll's starting to get bigger and bigger. Tony's sitting on 6K, now down to 3,400 as he did buy up a little bit. But with the op in the hands of Tony, being able to keep that gun in their hands, for a majority of the rounds, or, consecutive rounds, is make it that much easier and making them feel that much more confident. 13-10, they had a pretty good CT size. They let it just fall. It's starting to really get that, momentum back in their own hands. But Kyiv down to 17 HP off of that pick. And that's why Force Playing Ducks play extra cautious, but Tossin, he's not playing cautious at all as they charge straight in towards short. Tizian being forced to rotate around from Toxic, and he will fall to Ammo.
And Ammo is just on a rampage. 2 now back-to-back, cracking open the B site, and that is going to be bombed down and sorted. Playing Ducks being overwhelmed here, but Crispy just going to push back through. Finds 2, brings it back to a possible situation, but they're so low. The HP is down so drastically, I think they know they can't really retake this one, and with the AWP still in Kyiv's hands, they don't want to risk it. And looking at their money situation, you do not blame them. The T side can just have guns for days. CT side, not so much so. So Crispy and Kyiv going to back out, maybe look for some exits if they can find them. But that was a very aggressive switch up from Killerfish then. And
just keep in mind how Kyiv played in the first gun round. Like, all they need is an op. He picked up 2 quick kills, and backed away and got a 3rd. And that was one thing that almost single-handedly gave him the round, so keeping that alive is going to be a big bonus for them. But he needs to be in the right spot. He needs to get maybe some sort of confidence back, because Tony's challenging him, and Tony's been getting the better of him so far.
Certainly has. 14-10 though. It's starting to look very good for Killerfish, and look at that buy they're up to get. It's just perfect. Mollies galore, everything they want. And now let's see if Kyiv can pull something together. These guys have invested as much as they can. A switch up of the peak, so maybe going to go try and support on the B side. Oh, he tried to make it, but Tony is beating him there on the punch this time. And look at Kirby, he's just going to go straight in, gets himself the AK, switches it up. The T side still breaking through towards B. He's going to have to clean this one up, and damn fast.
Oh, Kirby on short. He's not blocked off by that smoke. He's going to see one man crossing, gets the kill on Tossin, and this is the gun he's able to pick up off of that ump kill that he just got, and Crispy there to back him up as well. Now this push is stopped. Oh, this man coming through door. Tony gets the kill with the P90, the Tech 9.
They're very similar in their use.
There's 9s in it. And now Crispy being forced to rotate to protect site, and that's the bomb down. What? The bomb is down in water.
That's a huge error.
Why would they challenge that position? And now Crispy's going to be looking off towards short, but Tony comes up big, gets another kill. But that was a little bit of a sloppy play by Killerfish.
They're about to be gutted then. Tony luckily pulled them back together, which was just brilliant. So nicely done for him. I think without that round with Tony there, like winning the first opening exchange with the AWPs, that could have gone so badly wrong, and then saving it at the end as well. He just played so well from start to finish. Just literally at the start and at the finish. He pulled that round together, but we are seeing a very all-in play, pushing themselves together, just going to try and stack the hell out. Let's see if you can get any information here. Little boost, little flash, up and over.
What?
I didn't even know that was possible. Well, that's information if I've ever seen it. They know that there's no one pushing in towards that B site. So they may expect someone further back, which actually is where Tarsin is, but then they can go, hey guys, get ready for something towards A. Are you okay?
I've never seen that boost before.
It's changed the game.
I mean, you think back to...
We don't talk of it.
To that one time.
It's like Voldemort.
You said his name. You said it.
God damn it.
But interesting. I mean, it's cool to see that people are still coming up with new spots on all the maps, you know? That's always really cool to see. And let's see if they can make anything happen off it. But they have rotated men back towards A.
Oh,
and Killerfish are playing so
Let's
slow.
See that scout. Let's see that scout play. I love seeing scouts in play. I think
Jump
it's Chris
shots
J,
are sexy.
Yeah, I think it's just Chris J who's kind of opened my eyes to the scout wonders, but just as Kiev looks away, Oscar starting to peek. I think he caught a glimpse. He spotted at least 2 then, but will he expect... I think Tony's there as well. Look at that, predicting it. Oh, Tony, a little bit too quick on the trigger then. And you can see him aiming above. The prediction play is perfect from this man. Tony not going to hit it this time, though, and now the 3 remaining CTs are going to have to do some real work here.
4-on-3. This is going to be tough, and Kiev is still committing to these jump scouts, which unfortunately for him, the bomb and everyone else has been rotated back around towards B. We're going to have Crazy trying to hold on to this. He does get the first man tagged up towards short, but he can't get the kill just yet. The bomb will go down.
And he's in a really awkward predicament. His position is certainly known. He's going to try and cover off the right side, focus towards the site. He knows they've come from short, and one's still on the bomb. He's going to play it well. Takes down Oscar, does get pushed from the back from Tony, and now just the scout remains. The knife comes out from Kiev. He gets himself an AK now, 1v2, jumps in. He knows where one is, not going to get it though, and that will do the job. A perfect way to end that one off. And well, Killerfish, great performance then. Really, really enjoyable play, and considering how close playing ducks were getting at times, it's nice to see how well Killerfish were able to respond back and just kind of pull it through in the end.
Yeah, and, you know, I want to get credit to playing ducks, though, because at first they didn't look that great. I mean, it was 4-1, and then it became 4-2 and 8-2.
Yep.
But they really came back. They changed up their play style, which caught Killerfish off guard, and you really have to commend teams that can just change on the the drop of a dime like that, and just completely come out big. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough in the end. They had some great spots at the end. I actually wonder, why didn't they use that spot on short a little bit earlier on?
It's a good question.
It's a risky move to do. Like, once you use it once, it's kind of been it's useless,
right? Yeah.
Unless they can't see where it's coming from. But nonetheless, I mean, well played. We're going to be going to another map with Killerfish up 1-0, and I still say Mirage is hands down one of my favorite maps to watch, just because of the executes you can do. Yeah, it's like one of the few maps you can play fully for a retake on the A site or completely smoke off a certain area and just easily get the bomb down.
And I'm really excited also to see how well it works out with the aggressive play coming out that we saw that switched it up throughout the entirety of the game. You know, when it went from that kind of passive beginning when both teams were kind of finding their footing a little bit and getting themselves comfortable, to that aggressive hits towards B, the switch ups towards A, the aggressive warping. There's a lot of personality play that can come out on Mirage, and I'm really excited to see Tony against Kiev again. Those two going head-to-head is going to be brilliant as well, because with all those AWP changes, it's a little different for T-sided AWPers now. They can't go for those quick hit shots. So now, I'm really excited to see how well that one pans out. But so far, I think this is going the way the community expected, but I'm not sure about Mirage. I think Mirage could maybe change things.
I'm trying to see if they've actually played on Mirage. Actually, had Plain Ducks play Mirage against MyXMG, and they lost 12-16.
Okay.
And that was it.
So, a relatively unknown map pool to each other, which isn't a bad thing. It's quite nice to have like a bit of a clean slate, so you'd see the two trying out new things, playing quite cautiously at the start. But I think the teams are going to take a quick breather, just going to go outside, maybe just calm down. Well, they are outside, but maybe go further outside.
Maybe go inside and warm up.
Yeah, exactly. Fun little radiator, warm the hands up, but still. If you guys want to check that out, do head over to the main stream as well. The German stream is going on. If you check it out, if you follow through the ESL
ESL _99 damage.
Nailed it. So if you go and check that out, you can see what the actual venue looks like. It's super cool. It's open air. It looks really nice. But make sure you're back here in time for the game starting, so we'll be covering the second map any second now. So don't go too far away. We'll be back after a very short break.